What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this story that I saw from mirror.co.uk. It's about a woman who went on Tinder looking for love, right? But she ended up with a new career, and that career was being an adult model. The title of this article says, Woman explains how Tinder turned her into an adult star earning £750 an hour. Okay? When Emily downloaded the Tinder app onto her phone, she had just one goal in mind: to go on a few dates. The 21-year-old student was open to the idea of finding love, but wasn't expecting too much from the dating app. Then something bizarre happened. One of her suitors turned out to be someone very different than his profile proclaimed him to be. Instead of a potential boyfriend, Emily had matched with an agent who had a very saucy offer for her. That's what goes on, man. You got a lot of these guys, man. Instead of looking for girlfriends or maybe, a friend with some benefits, you got guys who will go on these apps in order to recruit women to do these particular films or videos. That's what's going on now. And if the money is offered to them and it looks good, listen, £750 or $750 an hour looks good to any woman, especially a 21-year-old student. Okay, especially if she doesn't have to do anything too crazy or too hardcore, she's gonna be down for it. And you got these guys who are basically recruiting women off of these apps, because what people don't want to look at or understand is that a lot of these young women don't want to work. They want the easy route. That's why you're having these chicks join OnlyFans or get on Instagram, become Instagram models, because they don't really want to work. The only time they want to show themselves doing any type of work is when people question, why are you an Instagram model? But anyway, back to the article. Much to the dismay of her family, he wanted to make her into an adult star, and she was keen to give it a go. The young American is just one of hundreds of women who have been targeted by industry scouts on Tinder. Her unusual story has recently been featured on the Channel 4 documentary Generational. You already know. The 3-part show takes a look at how easy it is to access, over 18 content online, and how this is having an impact on adults and kids. In the first episode, Emily explains exactly what happened when she was recruited. She said, I was going to school in Alabama, majoring in psychology and working 2 jobs, a receptionist at an eye doctor and a waiter at a sushi restaurant. I was on Tinder looking to go on dates, nothing crazy, and then an agent from Miami found me on it and asked if I ever considered doing over 18 content. And she said no. Despite her surprise at the question, she was curious about the idea, and after giving it some thought, agreed to basically do a trial scene. Of course, because I'm telling you right now, these chicks are not leaving money on the table. These younger women now, these women in their early 20s, late teens, early 20s, they're looking for easy money. They're not looking to work. And her first instinct is going to be to turn it down, because a lot of these women have been conditioned to think that to be a bad thing. But money talks. And if somebody's offering you the money, there are chicks who are willing to basically say, you know what, I'll do it. They're willing to give in because they want that easy money. She enjoyed it so much, she decided to quit her life she'd known and pursue a new one in the adult business. And thus, Gianna Dior was born. Emily's first experience working in the industry was back in May of 2018. Fast forward a year, and she's raking in about $750 per hour of work, and has a whopping of 563,000 followers on social media. But with all the good that has come some bad, and she admits her new career has cost her the support of her family, who she's no longer as close with as she used to be. Of course, because they're gonna see you as being somebody who's making them look bad. And I want y'all to understand, this isn't new. You can go all the way back to the girls going wild videos. You go all the way back to the early 2000s. There are stories of chicks being recruited on college campuses to take part in those films. Now again, they're not doing anything in those videos, but it leads. There's a lead in. You're gonna do more and more stuff. The more money you get offered, the more you're willing to do. And she doesn't have a support system anymore. Her old life is over. She's all in on this new career. And what comes with that is her doing things that she never thought she would do. Her father especially is displeased with her new job and has begged her to take the money she's made and go back to school. However, this hasn't fazed her too much, and she refuses to stop doing what she's doing. I don't care what anyone else thinks, she adds. My happiness is all that matters. Well, there you go. That's all that matters, And if you're good with what you're doing, then that's all there is to it. But she's 21, and she's a part of this generation, again, of women that don't want to work. They want easy money. They want that quick fix. And if she's happy, yes, she's happy because she's getting this money now. But what happens when you're going to want more and more? These chicks are never satisfied. I know maybe she has or hasn't already, but I'm pretty sure she's been offered to do other things, and she's probably done it. She's not going to admit it. But the fact that you've cut off your family, that lets me know that you're all in on this, and there's no going back whatsoever. But that regret is always going to be there. That regret from them is always going to be there, that maybe they shouldn't have done it. There's a lot of women who've been in that industry who now have regrets, and they will tell you that. Some don't, but a lot of them do, because of the lead and the things that happen. When you're in that type of business, your insecurities flood out, and it manifests itself in how you treat yourself and what you're willing to do for money. But like I said, a lot of these particular females have a price. They do. They have a price. And $750 an hour, I don't know how a work day goes for her, but that was her price. She's willing to give up her family. She's willing to stop going to school for $750 an hour. That's the price of her soul. The price of her soul is $750. She's willing to walk away from her family in order to get that money. What does that say about this generation of women, and why a lot of them aren't dateable? This is why she was on Tinder. And she was probably on Tinder to go on some free dates, or maybe have a one night hookup, but really nothing serious. Because maybe in her mind, she's going to be able to go back to school and it won't be that big of a deal. It is going to be a big of a deal because people are going to know you as the chick who was doing those films. And the thing is, she has to understand this. Yeah, your value is high now, but your value is high in the business that you're in now, and your value is high when it comes to dating. But once you get older, you're not going to have the same value anymore. You're going to be in the bunch like the rest of them. The people in the business ain't going to be calling you like that. They're not really going to want to pay you what you've been getting paid to do certain things, because they're not going to see you as valuable. Y'all got to understand, there's a lot of chicks like this who are willing to do this. You know why? Because they have a price. They have a price. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get that easy money. They're willing to do whatever it takes to continue to fund their lifestyle. This is why you will see them on vacation, things like that. A lot of them, they're not working a 9 to 5. They're doing something extra. It wouldn't surprise me if she ends up getting flown out, or if she's getting flown out already. It really wouldn't surprise me, because once they start getting that money, they're going to want more and more and more, because they want to upkeep a lifestyle. They want to live in a nice place. They want to drive a nice car. They want to buy nice things. And you're going to have to make more money. And also, the relationship impact from this, like, guys are never going to see her the same way. But because she's looking at the right now, she doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand that her relationships are forever going to be are not going to work due to her decisions, due to the fact that she is willing to go in this direction. But again, that's her life. That's what she chose to do. That's the decision that she's made. And if that's the decision that she made, then I guess that's the direction that she's going to go in. But at the end of the day, when she looks back on this is going to be her decision, and you can't blame anybody for this. You can't blame a bad breakup. You can't say that you were deceived and manipulated. You can't say that your family just didn't do anything for you, because they tried to help you, but you didn't listen. You know, a lot of these particular people at that age, 21, they think they're smarter than everybody else, and you can't tell them anything. They think they know what's going on in the world until they get humbled. That's when they come to that realization that maybe, just maybe, they should have listened. That maybe, just maybe, taking that easy money wasn't worth it. Now, I could see if this chick was like in her late 20s or 30s, you know, she ain't really doing nothing. You know, she ain't got nothing else to lose. But she has a whole life ahead of her. And she's saying, you know what? I don't care. I want to make this easy money. But trust and believe, she's going to do more for more money, because that's how this industry goes. You never leave this industry on your own terms for the most part. You leave it because they no longer want to deal with you. Then what do you do?